Hey, good morning. So I want to show you guys today in this Notes from the Field something that I find really interesting that I like to share with homeowners or property owners, because sometimes it's really hard to see what you have right in front of you. So here are my thoughts for this day. All right, so if you've been following on Instagram or saw our previous video, you know we're in this well, we've actually kind of come out of the buckthorn thicket area, and now we're in this area along the edge of a neighbor's driveway where there's a lot of gray dogwood, and there's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 northern pin oaks over there. And I saw these oaks from a little bit far away, so I decided to come in here and take a look at them. And sure enough, there's a lot of other cool shit in here. So one thing is that most of the shrubs now under this area are all gray dogwood, Cornus, racemosa, and they I don't know if you can see how right here the tips of the living stems often end in this kind of reddish color. Oh, here's a nice one. All of these little twiggy things all around here, or at least most of them, are gray dogwood. However, there's a few patches where we have one of my favorite plants, friend of Adapt Community Supported Ecology. I planted in as many yards as I possibly can, and that is American Hazelnut, Corlys, Americana, Americanus, you know, whatever. Latin names are crazy. They're good to know, but so you can see the flowers on this bad boy. These are the male flowers. They'll release the pollen in the springtime, and the little lady flowers will open up at some point in the spring to accept that pollen. You can see this little flower right there is just kind of coming out. They'll grow all winter long, which is super cool to me anytime it gets warm. But the coolest thing about all this is that this row along the power lines there is filled with other oak trees and hickories, and makes me think that there is some remnant soil here, because everything is so different. You know, I walk 40 feet that way, it's nothing but buckthorn and box elder, maybe a few hawthorns. Over here, it's gray dogwood, hazelnut, bitternut hickory, northern pin oak, black cherry. I saw something else that's cool that I can't remember. Obviously, I can't see what's on the ground, so I don't know if there's any sedges. But it's so unfortunate that, you know, this little area that was protected is also just destroyed by DTE when they come through to protect their power lines. Hey DTE, if anybody out there is listening, there's a really cool driveway over here. You could take those power lines and put them right under that driveway. Then we could let the trees grow and we'd all be happy. And this would be a beautiful spot. This would definitely be a spot that could carry fire, burn all this slash that DTE left. So, yep, this is where I'm working today, and it's cool to be able to see this, because you might think that this is just kind of a wasteland, but when you get to know the plants and you can kind of see that there's a community here, then you know, oh, that's where I should start my work. All right, peace, y'all. And I guess let me make a little addendum to all this. If you're just getting into native plants, native ecology, and you really want to make a difference on your own landscape, it really helps to have somebody who's kind of gone through it all, who knows the plants well, and really who knows your ecosystem, to come to your property and give you a rundown of what you have going on. Now, obviously, if you're starting with a lawn, then, you know, no big deal. You're going to create your own ecosystem. But if you want to have the biggest kind of ecological bang for your buck, it's not as hard as, you know, getting on Facebook might make it seem. But it does require a little bit of research. And so all you really got to do is look toward what your historic ecosystem was in your exact area and try to mimic it. And that's literally the best thing you can do for all pollinators, all Lepidoptera, all mammals, all everything. Plant your most dominant plant species. Over a lot of the Midwest, it's oak trees, but we also have beech maple forests. We have shrub thickets. We have swamps. Hopefully your house isn't in a swamp. And prairies and savannas. So, yeah. Go hire a professional. Have them come over. All right. Bye-bye.